Welcome. Today we're doing a bit of Neon Dynasty quick draft. I've looked at my profile, realised I want to do some drafting this month to get the rewards. I started in Gold 4, so I could try and go for Platinum, but just see how I do, I suppose. So this is Neon Dynasty, and it is actually a set that I've got quite a lot of the collection. I've got a quite decent collection so far. So I've just made a list. There's 12 cards that I've got full play sets of. So this might not be quite as worthwhile in terms of building my collection, but I'm going to just see how I go. But of course, if I'm not rare drafting quite as much, I might build a slightly better deck. You never know. So worth a try. So we'll just get into it. I haven't actually read any guides on it lately. I do not have a full playset of the Kami War. That's a very interesting one to start with. Or Scrap Welder for that matter. Interesting start. Okay, so I don't know if we can go 5 colours. I think, of course, as in most sets, green has got the most mana fixing. I know that's one thing to think about. I think it'd be quite cool to get this to work. Yeah, so you take out a permanent, then you bounce something next time, and they'd have to discard as well. And then you get a creature. So 3 for 1. And you get some tempo as well. So Scrap Welder, very playable, 3/3 for 3. And you can sacrifice an artifact to bring back an artifact with mana value less than X, yeah. And it gains haste. So because it's mana value less than X, it makes it kind of narrow. It is instant speed though, so if something's going to die anyway, you can use it to get value. Right, we'll look at these uncommons first. So, got the Death Touch Shrine. I mean, if we're going 5 colours, we could try and make a 5-colour shrine deck, I suppose, couldn't we? The Silver Fur Master, so he's a crucial ninjutsu card. And I always seem to lose to the ninjutsu deck. It does seem very strong. And we've got Invigorating Hot Spring, which is pretty powerful. Yeah, one thing to note, it's not a creature or a removal card. It's just buffing one of your creatures every turn, and also anything modified has haste. So it's one of those utility cards. It could be quite good, but it could also be a bit bad in some circumstances. So far, I mean, of these 3 uncommons, I think Silver Fur Master's the best one. So there's a removal card. And this is mana fixing, which if we're committing to the Kami War, we could pick up the terrarium right now. Or we could hope it wheels around, and maybe we take the best card, which you really do have to commit to get a good ninjutsu deck. Hot Spring might be sort of a bit better to go with these cards, because I could go maybe a red-green deck if the Kami War doesn't work out. Yeah, I think I've just talked myself into Invigorating Hot Spring. I think going for a Shrines deck is a little too crazy for me, to be honest. If it doesn't quite come together, then you know all those Shrine cards are pretty useless. In a vacuum, 2/2 Death Touch for 4. It's not useless, but I think, yeah, these two, the problem with these two, they kind of hone you in on a kind of narrow strategy. I'm going to go for the Hot Spring because it's more flexible. Interesting. I don't think Bronze Cudgels is good. Walking Skyscraper. It's an artifact I could sacrifice with Scrap Welder, if it's going to die anyway. It goes well with Modify. We've got a Modify card. We like Bamboo Grove Archer. That's just a pretty solid card. Iron Apprentice, Searchlight Companion go well with Scrap Welder. I wonder if a Walking Skyscraper would wheel around. I think I would probably take Searchlight Companion. I think that's the best thing for the deck, but it'd be kind of nice to have a Walking Skyscraper. We're unlikely to see another one. We might get a cool red-green modify deck going, so I think that could be the top end. Okay, Story Weave. It's more counters. You're putting on creatures. It's not amazing, to be honest. That's a decent removal card. That's a decent removal card as well. So not seeing much red and green. The thing I tell myself at the start of every draft, first 5 picks, just try and pick the best card in the pack. That goes with a modify theme. So let's sort of, yeah, let's keep to the modify theme, I think, and take that. Right. Decent creature. This is a pretty good one. But it's for the enchantments deck. It's another sort of... It's a different deck. Quite like Crackling Emergence. I think that's quite aggressive. Cheap Death Toucher, pretty good. And the puppet kind of, it's a, it doesn't modify things, but it works on things that are already modified. Kind of tempted to pick it, even though it's not very good. I think maybe the Fang of Shigeki is the most effective thing here. Crackling Emergence is the more aggressive pick, though. We'll go for the Fang. That's a decent removal card there. So this Kami, I mean, it's not very likely we'll be able to bounce the Kami War back to my hand and replay it, but we can dream. But more importantly, it could bounce Hot Spring back to sort of charge it back up again. So I think I quite like that idea. I think it's better than Brute Suits. I guess it's kind of aggressive. I don't usually pick them up, but it's always a vulnerability having vehicles. It feels like. Oh, Patchwork Automaton with the artifacts idea. Another Crackling Emergence, Automated Artificer. I want to go for this Automaton and see if we can get some artifacts together. Yeah, well, this is a good opportunity. There's also a nice Mana Fixer here, which is quite tempting. I think the Companion I like a bit better. Never played Gift of Wrath. Is quite, yeah, 4 mana for an enchant. An aura is quite risky, really. Right, another Kami, and we've got a mana fixer, which adds 2 of any one colour, which isn't all that helpful for the Kami War. I think we'd rather have another geothermal Kami. This guy's an artifact. Searchlight Companion, that's definitely pretty good. Yeah, we probably don't play this. It's quite aggressive though, I suppose. Oh, Kami of Transience. So we've got motivation to go for enchantments instead of artifacts. Well, we've got the patchwork for artifacts and the Kami for enchantments. This can bring enchantments back, but it's white. Gravelighter, quite good. We do have a pretty cool combo piece I've spotted, which is Twisted Embrace, so this goes really well with Geothermal Kami. It's double black, and it's something we'd be splashing, which is very risky indeed. Looks like we might have an artifact deck and an enchantment deck by the end of this. I've got to go for it because it's such a cool combo. Another Twisted Embrace. Another Hot Spring, and Reinforced Ronin as well is really good with Patchwork Automaton. That's kind of the card I was looking for that idea. I think it beats Twisted Embrace, to be honest. Let's go for it. Rabbit Battery's pretty good as well. This is an artifact creature, so Season of Renewal is that's for the enchantments deck. Green artifact. You don't see many of them. This one's pretty good. Let's go for the Webspinner Cuff though. Yeah, we're definitely going sort of art enchantments. This is just a solid creature we could grab. Actually, relevant mana fixing if you want to try something. We've actually got 14 creatures, we've done quite well. I think maybe we will just trim it down at this point. So I think it's Heir of the Ancient Fang. Kami or Synthesizer. We've sort of gone towards the Synthesizer side of things. So we'll grab that. It's 9 artifacts, 2 enchantments, yeah. There are not many enchantments. Sentinel or Crackling Emergence. Okay, back 3. March of Reckless Joy. So it's kind of like a draw X card, but you can only you can only play 2 of them. It's not bad. Ooh, Ryu Storm's Edge. Let me consult my list. I believe that would be number 4, so I'm going to grab him. We won't. I don't think we'll try and splash him into the deck. Only Cult Anvil is pretty tempting. Quite hard to make that work though. We do have Voltage Surge, which is pretty amazing. Right, so this is an artifact creature. Ooh. I mean, I shouldn't, but it's yeah, it's on the list. Yeah. 2/2 first strike is it's okay, I suppose. Another Searchlight Companion. I don't have an Iron Apprentice yet. That might make sense. Tanuki's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to grab that. I don't think you play more than 2 geothermal Kamis. I don't usually play Shattered States Era, but we'll have that as an option. I don't think Commune with Spirits is going to work very well. It's another artifact creature. Sure. Anvil or Network Terminal. Let's go for the terminal. Cool. Tell me if safekeeping's tempting. Right, if I just drop everything that isn't related to artifacts, we'll just see if we can go for a pure artifact strategy. Almost. I think I want the Songshaper in that case. Oh, very nice. Another artifact before the end. So you see, doing that, really there's just one green artifact in the deck. So, probably could have picked up those late, the red-black artifact. Could have been quite good, but never mind. Just count our playable enchantments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's 5 enchantments and 3 payoffs. I've got one in the deck though. 6 enchantments and 3 payoffs. Of course, when you're making the artifact deck, you're usually going blue-red. That's it's a bit more, makes a bit more sense. Right, I think I'll call that end of part 1 whilst I figure this out. See you in part 2.